We're gonna try the North Ranger. We've got the 1130S, the 150 tail, extra small fuse, 80 mast, and the 85 liter board. It's probably around 15 to 16 knots now, so we'll see how we go with getting up. Probably 16 knots of wind, going to the wind line. Boys are out, parawingers, paddlers, frothers. All right, we're up. And heaps of bottom end. Heaps of bottom end on it. Straight up. I could feel a little bit less ability to depower, but God has got bottom end on it. Beast for getting up. I got up in nothing. Ooh. All right. That was a good shortcut. Now pack up's well, packs up easily. So now I'm just gonna chuck it into the belt and we're riding. Gotta tell you something, this Ozone stash belt, definitely the best belt I've ever used to stash a Parawing. This front flexible material is awesome. Now that we have the Ranger stowed, let's talk a little bit about downwinding and strategies here. I'll try to take you through my decisions and what I'm doing in real time. All right, right now I can see that there's a bump right up ahead that's still good. So I'm gonna keep going left. I'm gonna carve and just explore this bump a bit. I wanna stay on this one though. A couple pumps just to get some speed. Carve back, and I'm looking behind me because it's still going here. So let's keep that energy. Let's work with that energy. Quick little look to the right. Something forming right below me, so I'll go a little bit more and stall the little carve. Keep on it. Something here, so I want to use that. Pump a little bit to make time. I'm right on top of it, so I can basically go anywhere I want here. Looking back, let's cut right a little bit. Some good ones forming there. And that's all you're doing. You're looking for opportunities to carve back, hang with the one that just passed you, do maybe a little turn, carve back. And that's what the Parawing really helps you to learn, is the carve, is just this surf, because you do not have a paddle with you. If you do a mistake, you're either going to have to pump your way out of it, or you're just going to have to start again, which is not an issue. But what it does do is it makes you such a better rider. Such a better rider, because you need to use your turns. You need to use and keep turning to always have that speed, driving off turns with speed, getting, your strategy right early, knowing where you're going. I'm still going left here, but I'm just cutting left, keeping that speed going. And I'm not pumping that much. I'm only pumping when I feel like I need to go back. And I don't want to lose too much speed. But even here, got up and over. Peeled back and peeling back again. And then you just bank on the wave behind. And you should get speed. Should get speed, right? You'll peel back and you bank. And then you're already matching your speed to the bump. So you enjoy it for a little bit. Why not? Give it a few more. And then you're looking for your next one, right? Right here, I can see a little bit of something forming in front of me, but I don't want to pump and catch it. I'll just pump behind it and let it come to me. If I have to go up and over, it just takes a lot of energy sometimes. And sometimes you're just better hanging back. Like now, I'm just gonna cut back. I'm really slow. Like I'm super slow. And this is where you need to be super gentle with your pumps so you don't punch through the water and then you're down. But let's catch up to that one. We don't want to miss it. Did all that work stalling it to catch it, so you want to keep on it. And now I can see some clear bumps in front of me. Good line. Again, peel back and then carve into it. Couple of pumps to keep the speed. There's going to be something big for me in front of me. Swell's crossing that way and swell this way, so I can go whichever way I want on this one. I should be fine. And then we're on to the big one now. Woohoo! This is why downwinding is so addictive. You're problem solving and surfing for your whole run. And it's just freaking awesome, man. You can't beat this. And the fact that I have this stowed, nothing in my hands, complete freedom, just makes it even better. All right, we got a good little section coming in here. Let's explore it. Turn into it, grab a little speed, grab that wall. Woo, lots of speed. Let's go behind, hit the one behind it. Bang, Woo. How good. Couple of pumps to keep at it. This is a bigger set. I can see my end point, so I'm good. My angle's good. Everything's happening. All I need to do is enjoy this run now. How good. So right now there's nothing on the right. On the left there's a few. So then I'm gonna make my choice pretty early so you don't get caught out with nothing. And these bumps that we pass will catch up to us soon. Not exactly where they were, but just that energy. So now I'm just going left a bit. More opportunity on the left at the moment. And again, like if you're comparing this to winging, for example, you lose that ability to choose left or right on the wing because you have to manage the wing a lot of the time. So it's tough that way. With the Parawing, with the paddle, you're free. Free to roam. Very good. It's getting into a little section with nothing here. Don't want to miss this one. Now I'm searching for the next big set because I'm in a little bit of a lull. I can see one coming here, so that'll be fine. I'm not going to stick to it. I'm going to go behind it. And now I'm in. Still pumping. I can feel the energy now. Good. And then you enjoy it. Bank. Woo! And glide. So good. Following along with this one still. I'm gonna go behind it, do a turn, a little bit of a stall, gotta pick up speed with some pumps, still in it. This is also when you're in a good one, if you don't wanna do turns, just catch your breath. You know, I'm talking a lot now, so I can feel my heart rate getting a little bit high. Slow it down, catch your breath, and you'll be ready to pump again when you need to, because chances are another pumping stint will come at any time. And if you're gassed, you have nothing in the tank, it'll be hard to make it. All right, again, coming into a little bit of a lull. I'm gonna hang on the left, more energy here. And then I'll make my way to the right when I'm into something bigger. Cool, I can see I can go back, catch this one coming through. Nice. Good little run. I mean, there's not much energy in there, but it's kind of clean, which helps, you know, with your decision making when it's crossed and you got bumps coming from everywhere. It gets tricky. Having to work a little bit now. Hang left, stall because I want to stay on this one. I'm super slow, and still like doing little bit of turns wherever there's a little bit of energy, just to keep some sort of momentum and I don't punch through the water with the foil. Let's hang behind this one, pumping to get to it, and we're in. Breathe, relax, couple pumps, some deep breaths, peeling behind. You want to stay on it because this is where the energy is. Not much anywhere else at the moment. And it's getting a bit light now towards the second half of this little run. So I'm having just to make some really good decisions here so I don't, you know, muck this up. So a little bit of concentration now. Don't want to get too distracted with you guys, even though I love you all. All right, we're back into a good one. I heard someone Uing me, maybe a winger or something. Couldn't find them. But that's the thing, you don't want to get too distracted out here. It's very easy to lose your focus. And that happens as well when you're trying to stash. So if stowing, like if you're still at the start and your stowing technique is not that good, take your time with it, man. Hold it in your hand for a long time. Don't feel like you need to rush your stowing process at all. It's just gonna throw you off the bumps. What you want to do is be on the right bump. As long as you're in the right bump, you can stow, you can do anything, but staying on foil is always priority. Always priority. Cool, a couple pumps to get to this next one. It's gonna be forming right under me. Great. Little turn to the left because I don't want to miss it. Point your nose down on the board when you want to catch speed on the bump, and it's kind of like you're losing momentum in relation to the bump. Just make sure that you're pointing your nose down and driving that foil down the face so you're actually using that energy, right? But you can see I'm pumping a lot more now. It's a lot flatter on this side of the run, which normally is where it picks up. So the wind might be winding down a little bit, winding back. So right now I'm going up and over and trying to keep my momentum. All right, we're in a good area here. So now I'm going to use this little set to catch my breath. I was pumping for a little bit back there. I can see plenty of swell in my direction. I just want to do a couple small ones to get this big one. Nice. Let's do some turns on this. Wow. Let's go up and over it. And then we hit the one behind it. Bang! All the way around. That's a sick turn. It's a super fun turn, that one. All right, we're gonna hang back on this one as well. We want to use our energy to catch up to it, but not overtake it. Unless you're racing, right? And all you want to do is go fast. For me, I want to have fun with my downwinders, and the whole goal for me is to surf. So this is where I'm not really concerned about going up and over and losing that ability of going up and over. I want to turn as much as I can. So a little bit of a low here. Whoop, catching up. What you want to try to do when you're pumping to pick up speed again is is try to have your foil as close to the surface as you can, because it'll pump so much better closer to the surface than it does when it's deep in the water. So try to bring that mast up, and then you'll feel like a 20-30% improvement on the lift and also on your pump projection when you're pumping near the surface. Let's do some turns on this bad boy now. Woo! All right, so it's been wet for a little while since I got up and going, and I just want to get a little bit, you see that spray? Get a little bit of the water out, and let's try to get up again.
There it is. That is really good.
Really good bottom end. Let's see how it goes upwind. So it's an interesting Parawing, this one. I can notice that it wants to fly really deep in the window, in the wind window, which means that it wants to fly right in front of me, and it doesn't want to drive upwind to the edge of the window. So this makes it a little bit hard to go upwind, but I've done something to it that helped. So check this out.
So, if you grab the lines and you do a loop.
I did a loop on the front line, so basically just reducing the length of the front lines, and it's already trying to point upwind a little bit better.
Easier, look at that, look at that! Nice.
So that's an interesting thing that I think the brands will continue to explore with their models and refine the bridle configuration.
So much better. It does not like to ride on the front lines though, that's for sure.
A little bit light, close to shore here. Let's get back.
You see, it's just really staying
back. It doesn't drive forward. So I really have to work or change the bridle, the front lines, and make them a little shorter to get that projection to the edge of the window.
You see that? Look at that! Look at that! Interesting. Woo!
Killing it. Yew! Keep at it. Oh, good bump.
All right, let's give it another go. Still light. Here we go. Oh, 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 oh. Straight out. Straight out into the wind.
So that was one that I used a little bit of a gust. I got lucky with a bump coming through, so I was able to chase the pump and chase that bump with a pump. And then I got up and there was no real pressure on the Parawing. I hope it caught it. And then when I was up, I started edging upwind. A little bit of tension on the Parawing, straight into a turn to get out into better wind. So this is what's happening. I want to cut upwind. And you can see that the Parawing wants to stay behind. It wants to stay, it doesn't want to drive upwind, but as soon as I point downwind, it's okay.
So, one loop here.
Reducing the front lines, it's already flying a lot more towards the edge of the window. So something that maybe North could have a look at, or this is something that you can change, your bridle configuration if going upwind is important to you, or just do this loop for a little bit, and when you want to go downwind, just get rid of it.
Let's try that again. Getting up, downwind, quite low, nothing. Here's a gust, go. Now you can hunt. Upwind, there it is. Nice. Let's see how it redefines. Yep, no worries. Redefines good. Front lines, good. Redefine, good. Rear lines, go downwind a little more.
Nice. Couple more turns before we finish the run. Let's go back. Let's hit this one. Bang.
Woo!
All right, everyone. North Ranger downwinding session complete. I have to say, man, in terms of bottom end and ease of getting up, it's definitely a winner. Was around 15 knots and flaky, which is super hard to get up on the Parawing, and the Ranger got me up very quickly on the 85 leaderboard, which I was happy about. When I went downwind with it, the first thing that I noticed was that grunt, that power. So definitely a really good power source for people doing the downwinders and getting up and going downwind. Now, where it starts to lose a little bit is on the top end. And what I mean by the top end is not necessarily where it caps out, but the angle that it sits in the wind window is pretty far back, which means it stays in that power zone for the majority of the time. It's really hard for you to, put pressure on it, release the bar and unsheath the bar so it drives forward. It doesn't really do that. And when you start releasing the rear lines too much, it has that tendency to collapse and just fold on the leading edge. So it does go upwind, don't get me wrong. You'll be able to go upwind with it. I was going upwind. I finished the downwind session and then went up to meet up with Perry. So I was able to get upwind, no worries, but it just goes upwind in shorter angles and worse angles than the other Parawings, right? So when you compare it to the Ozone, the Flow, the BRM, I haven't tried the Fly Surfer, the Frigate. I think those are all really good Parawings to go upwind and do up and downwind runs. So when you compare it to those, it doesn't go upwind as well. That's the really only thing in terms of performance. Other things that I noticed, and I was kind of surprised by it, I initially thought that not having the battens on the leading edge would assist with, packing it down and getting rid of it, but it actually didn't. It wasn't actually easier to pack it down without the battens, because once you collapse the leading edge, the battens actually help accordion all that leading edge together and keep it compact. I found myself having to, kind of chase that leading edge a little bit and grab that leading edge. So I don't see a reason why you wouldn't have the battens in there from a performance point of view. And if the intent is for it to pack it down better, I don't think you gain that much. You actually lose a little bit of that agility to just grab all that leading edge quickly and just have it all in your hand in a quicker way, because of that accordion kind of effect that it has when you collapse the front leading lines. And then little gripes about the color coding. Look, you guys all know what I'm talking about. Lines in different colors, the bar, it's one color. So I like to, look at the Parawing and know exactly what I'm going to reach for all the time. It does have a different color leading edge, which is great. That helps. But I would really like to see, the bit of the bar that you hold on to, the top of the bar, color coded in a different color, and different color coded lines is absolutely essential for getting rid of those tangles and all of that mess that sometimes you have to deal with. So all in all, a great Parawing. The one thing that it is incredible for is price. It's, you know, from all these big brands, it was the first one that really, you know, attacked that price level and brought the price level down. So if you're looking to get your first Parawing, or you're getting a Parawing that you're going to be using only to do downwinders, or, you know, go crosswind to get better angles, this is a great option. It's a great option because it has such good low-end performance that you can possibly go down half a size from the other models out there, which is good for pack downs, and then also carrying it with you with minimum weights and all that stuff. So awesome to get my hands on it. Thank you very much, Alessandro, Mike, Raper. Like, it was so cool to get to know a little bit more about, you know, North and all that. So thank you for the opportunity to get my hands on one. I'm really enjoying riding all these different models and getting a sense of where the market is going and different riding styles that these Parawings are aiming for and opening up even. So let's leave it at that. Thanks for watching, and we'll keep these reviews going.